people of the province of Ontario get to know Lyn the way I know her, they're going to see that they can trust her, that she's intelligent, and she's just a darn fine leader.
I see Lyn as a fair and balanced leader.
Lyn has that capacity to bring out the best in ideas and to implement them.
I have been persuaded in the last several years that she has a very strong willingness to bring back good common sense government for the people of Ontario.
Please welcome the leader of the Ontario Liberal Party and the next Premier of Ontario, Lyn McLeod.
Lyn McLeod is ready to get Ontario working again. Through 25 years of dedicated public service, Lyn McLeod has provided strong and effective leadership. Leadership Ontario needs now more than ever.
I have 4 daughters. I want to see the same kinds of opportunities for my daughters that my husband Neil and I have always had. And I want the people of this province and their children and their grandchildren to have the kind of opportunities that we just used to take for granted in the province of Ontario.
Through hard work and determination, Lyn McLeod has rebuilt the Ontario Liberal Party from the ground up, carrying her message of hope and renewal to every corner of the province. Today, the Ontario Liberals enjoy wide support and are on solid financial footing, achievements that reflect Lyn McLeod's commitment to her party and to the people of Ontario.
And I think what Lyn McLeod provides is that new style of leadership. It combines a thoughtful attitude, looking at all the options, and most of all, common sense.
It's a leadership, frankly, that I've not experienced in the past, which says that, look, you've got a job to do, here are the guidelines, and she kind of expects you to do it, and that's refreshing, and it gives those of us who work with her and for her within our caucus a sense of confidence that she has in us, and I think that the people of Ontario are going to see that same kind of confidence coming from her as the next Premier.
I think one of her greatest assets is that she has amazing powers of recuperation, and she will have a crazy week, and all it takes is one good night's sleep, and then she's right back at it again with renewed energy and ready to take it on.
And a more efficient and a more effective government services that meets the needs of people on the front lines. And
Lyn McLeod has traveled across Ontario talking to people about the issues that matter most to them. On every issue, Lyn McLeod has listened first to understand the problems and then developed well-thought-out practical policies to deal with them.
Limitations, tax compliance issues, registry.
The Lyn McLeod Jobs Task Force heard how high taxes and government mismanagement are smothering our businesses and killing jobs. It responded with a plan that is a blueprint for getting Ontario working again. Lyn McLeod's plan will ensure a strong recovery by creating a positive jobs climate with the goal of reducing unemployment to 6% over 5 years. Lyn's plan will reduce taxes by 5% and slash the cost of dealing with government, giving businesses the chance to grow and create jobs the people of Ontario need.
people want to have competent government, and they want a government that has a very clear sense of what needs to be done so that we can get Ontario working again. I hear people still very concerned about the economic future of this province. People see that Ontario, that used to lead this country's economy, is now trailing the recovery. And I don't accept that, and I don't think the people of this province accept that.
Lyn seems to have taken the time to understand what is the foundation of our economic system here in Ontario and what the damage control is going to have to be after the next election to bring back the investment that we've lost over the last 4 years. And that's going to take some time to bring the pendulum back.
With her knowledge and with her economic plans and economic agenda, with the people, the team, and the program that she has put together, Lyn will make a great contribution to this province.
Jobs are the biggest concern, but Lyn McLeod has been out front on other important issues. She has a comprehensive plan to provide quality health care that includes eliminating fraud and abuse and saying no to user fees. Lyn McLeod will restore confidence in our schools by creating a program for all students with clear goals and standards. And she will work to make our communities safer by cracking down on violent crime, including tougher sentencing.
But we do not need to be helpless in the face of rising crime. There is a great deal that is being done by the police, there's a lot that's being done by communities, and there is a great deal more that can and must be done by government.
For Lyn McLeod, home will always be Thunder Bay, where she's lived for 27 years, and where she and her husband Neil, a busy family physician, raised their 4 daughters.
What is that? That's after your hair came out of curlers.
Lyn's approach to people and issues has been shaped by strong family values and the belief that communities have the best solutions to their problems. Lyn McLeod began her political career with the local school board in Thunder Bay. In 1987, Lyn entered provincial politics and returned the riding of Fort William, a Tory haven for the previous 20 years, to the Liberals.
You can believe I'm going to attribute it to the hard work of all of these people before anything else.
She was immediately appointed to cabinet, becoming Thunder Bay's first cabinet minister in 30 years.
The Lake Temagami area has long been recognized as one of our most beautiful natural areas.
Lyn McLeod was known as a minister who could get things done. She served the people of Ontario in 3 demanding portfolios. As Minister of Natural Resources, she took steps to safeguard Ontario's natural heritage, helping to launch one of the most ambitious urban park projects in Canada. She also played a key role in bringing all sides together to settle a logging dispute in Temagami, balancing environmental concerns and job protection while resolving a sensitive native land claims issue. In charge of colleges and universities, Lyn McLeod conducted a major review of the community college system that resulted in more and better opportunities for students.
She is quite analytical in her own way, and she was able to grasp some very difficult and complex issues and bring them down to the practical realities, so that many of the recommendations which she brought forth in terms of policy initiatives for the government, I think served the people of Ontario extremely well.
Ladies and gentlemen, the new leader of the Ontario Liberal Party and the next Premier of the province of Ontario, Lyn McLeod.
Lyn McLeod's remarkable string of election successes continued in 1992, when she emerged the winner in the race for the leadership of the Ontario Liberals. With the victory, Lyn McLeod became Ontario's first female leader of a political party and the first female leader of the opposition.
When I ran for the leadership, it was because I had become convinced that there needed to be a change in the way in which we did politics and the way in which we carried out government. There was a great deal, is a great deal of cynicism about politics, about government. And I believe that one of the reasons for that cynicism was that people become so frustrated and angry if they see politicians and government so often dealing with the things that don't matter most to them. What I came to believe was that we needed a different kind of leadership, a different approach to both politics and government, the kind of leadership that would involve people in different ways.
Lyn McLeod has worked hard with her team at Queen's Park, with members of her party, and with the people of Ontario to develop policies that will create jobs and restore confidence in government and in the future of Ontario.
And we're saying, look, we have some real problems which collectively we can overcome, but we've got to do it carefully, we've got to do it cautiously, we've got to do it based on some fundamental principles, which as Liberals we hold dear. And I think Lyn can get that message across and give people a sense that she's not going to do anything that's going to cause greater disruption to the economy, but in fact help to create the jobs, help to create the climate that's going to turn this province around again.
She knows where she wants to go on health care. She knows where she wants to go on job creation. She knows what has to be done in education. So she already has a jump start on it. She could go, to the polls tomorrow and be completely ready to govern the province.
I have a tremendous faith in this province. I see a province that has enormous potential, wonderful natural resources, but most particularly wonderful human resources. I have a great belief in the strengths of this province, and most particularly the strengths of the people of this province. And I'm absolutely convinced that we can build that confidence and that secure future on the strength of the ideas and the enthusiasm and the commitments of people and communities right across this province.
Lyn McLeod has proven her ability to listen and to make tough decisions. She's committed to providing competent, honest government. Government that puts people first. Competence, hard work, integrity. These are the keys to Lyn McLeod and to her success through more than 2.5 decades of public service. And they are the keys to getting Ontario working again.